Good afternoon and welcome to the South Lakes and the new GWM Poer 300, a 2.4 litre turbo diesel pickup that's new to the UK market. Smart, practical, and it won't break the bank. I'm Ben Poer, welcome to Planet Auto. Now you've probably seen various GWM vehicles driving around in the last couple of years. Primarily Aura. Thing is, that's not their only brand. To start with, Great Wall Motors were only going to release Aura here, but now they've decided to furnish us with Power. Now the last time that GWM launched a vehicle here that was a pickup, it didn't quite go to plan. It started in around 2012 and then it was pulled in 2016, and that was the Steed. This is no relation to it whatsoever. This is fantastic. And it's got other pickups quivering in their boots, and with good reason. It starts at £31,495. You get things like LED lights, 10 passive and active safety systems, 7 airbags, a towing capacity of 3.5 tonne, and it will carry a tonne on the bed. And under the bonnet, you've got the 2.4. That's a 4-cylinder, and it's turbocharged, and it's got a 9-speed gearbox. Yeah, I didn't expect that. And the thing is, because it's GWM, in the years to come, we could well see hybrids and electrics and who knows what. But for the time being, well, this ticks boxes for UK pickup buyers. It really does. Now, we all know that pickups, well, the best of them, arguably, are built on ladder chassis. So that's what this is. It's also got struts at the front and good old leaf springs at the back. Yes, no new technologies per se, until you get to the safety. If you like this type of video, why not subscribe to the channel? You just hit the button on the right hand side. It's free and you'll get an alert every time we upload. Thank you. You want something that's capable, you want something that's practical, and you want something that'll lug car trailer, cattle trailer, whatever, up a rocky bank, mountainside. And the videos I've seen of this doing proper off-roading, it's quite remarkable. Looks wise, well, I think they speak for themselves. It reminds me of X-Class. If you look at the shaping here, you can kind of see where I'm coming from, especially with the big logo. That's the one thing I would tone down a little bit. Maybe make it that size. No, this ticks boxes. Not just the price and its practicality, but what it offers as a pickup for, say, the contractor, the gardener. Gives you an idea of the size. It's aggressive, it's commanding. And the fact that you've got a 2-tone grille as well. Is that a front camera on a pickup? Yes, indeedy. So if you go for ours, which is the Ultra, then you get a 360 camera. Yes, ours isn't 31,000, but saying that, it's only 34,500, which I don't think is bad at all. Now we've established that we've got one powertrain, the 2.4, but when it comes to trims, we've got the Lux, the Ultra that we've got, and then the Vanta. Now to say that standard equipment is standard in this pickup is, well, it's a misnomer, because there's nothing standard about this. It's got safety and features that you'd find in a high-spec car. Is that surprising? Well, it would have been at one point, but knowing China, no. China love to spec their cars, even at the bottom. Ultra, well, you get things like heated and ventilated seats. Vanta adds the black trims. So, things like the wheels, the mirror caps, and there's some other additions, sport bar in black, etc., etc. That's just over 36,000. Now that blacks pretty much everything out, including this. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty smart. Impressive ride height, not just for clearance, but for driving down dual carriageways, motorways. And the fact that you've got the front camera for off-roading, it made all the difference, because it does make approaching things so much easier. Because sometimes you'd have to get out of the cab to see what the clearance is, but with that, safety and convenience, it's fully loaded. It's even got something called Dodge, which I presume is a mitigation system. The thing is, this is the kind of thing you need now for NCAP 5. Speaking of that, 5. Says it all. Front fog lights and some rather strong LED lights, because you need them off-road, so let's not start chasing LEDs. We've been going after this for about 10-15 years now. This is an interesting feature. Yeah, that'll draw someone's attention. Decent space in the arches, and chunky arches at that. Colour-coded, nice GWM logo here that I think looks a bit like a turbo. Believe it or not, 18-inch wheels. On ours, We've even got diamond cut and a 265 60 profile tyre. Now I look at that and think it looks really smart. But realistically, if I was off-road, I'd want something I could beat. Something like a set of Steelies. So just consider that. The tyre walls do jut out a little bit, but I'd still want a bit more whoop. And if you go for the Vanta, you get those in black. Ooh, sinister. Power folding door mirrors, heated and electrically adjusted. And side steps. There you go. As you can see, yeah, pretty well made. Same with things like the door. New Chinese vehicles are not built like they used to be. They are solid. I mean, it says it all, the amount of manufacturers got over here and the way that the cars sell in droves. Outselling legacy at pretty much every point now. But there's a reason for it. Value for money, just like this. Keyless entry, color-coded door handles, and sporty roof bars. Let's take a look inside. Door opens nice and wide, and that is a nice cabin, especially for a durable, practical pickup. Oh look, doors that cover the sills. Soft touches, nice padded area. Look at the size of the door pocket. Climbing in, especially with this step, well, it's child's play. I can quite literally sit on the seat, dip my head, and in I go. It's almost far too nice to be a pickup. Soft touch materials everywhere. Little storage point. And look at this for a finish. Everything's easy to clean as well. Mind you, I suppose that's a staple for a pickup. It is almost too nice for the construction industry. The fact you've got an electric seat means it's very easy to find, well, your perfect position. Speaker in the door card. Also, you can see your blind spot detection. It's almost too nice to be a pickup. Soft touches everywhere. Also interesting finishes. Nice and easy to clean things like vents. Dual screens and proper buttons. We can adjust our electric mirrors. We can adjust the headlamp height. Perfect for towing. You can power fold your door mirrors. Grab handle here, nice and sturdy. No grab handle, but a sunglasses or reading glasses holder. Lovely leather wrapped steering wheel. A little storage pot here. You can see it's well appointed, it's plush. It looks far more modern than you'd think for a pickup too. Now you feel encompassed. And look at this for a shifter. Looks like something off Afterburner back in the 80s. It's very simple to use actually. You press this in and then shift forward or backwards. Drive manual, neutral and reverse, and then park. 4 low here, in which case you have to engage neutral and then hit the button. It will tell you to do all this. The thing about having an intelligent pickup, you can also lock out the rear diff. You've got your auto handbrake, 12V1, 12V2 and 12V3. You've also got voice control. Camera button, and this is your driving modes. Eco, normal and sport. No, it's just well laid out. Everything's within easy reach, no matter what your height is. And the fact that you've got proper old school buttons, and that includes your fan, AC, descent control, and demisters, and all types of cool things. Now, if we fire it up, you can play around with everything from the angle of the air through to the speeds. This has got DAB radio. Yay! Not every pickup does. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, satellite navigation, pretty much everything you'll need. Pretty damn responsive too. It's not the bassiest system in the world, but it's pretty good for a pickup. Main cluster, very straightforward. It's all digital. You've got your petrol gauge on the right hand side and you can see what your safety's doing in the centre. As we've got the Ultra, we've also got heated steering wheel. Comfort wise, yes, they are a faux leather, but you've got nice side bolsters and they're pretty damn supportive. Also a long haul, absolutely no problem. And because they're both electric, because we've got the Ultra, it just gives you more flexibility. And you've got the pickup hitch there. Extra storage areas here. Would have been nice to have an area here. Wireless charger, USB-A, USB-C, and a 12 volt. Push button start, and oh yes, you've even got paddles. Yeah, didn't expect that. Nice chunky stalks, adaptive cruise control. Yeah, maybe a bit posh for sights. Headroom. I'm 6'3", and what's that? About 1.5 inches. Legroom, absolutely no problem. Footrest on the left hand side. Reach and rake in the steering wheel, and it is manual. I love the addition of this thing. Auto dimming mirror, and a sunroof. When did you last see a sunroof on a pickup? We've even got a USB up here. Lots of little storage points. Nothing particularly mega, and it would have been nice to have a little cubby here. But that's scraping the bottom of the barrel. No, overall, it can't really be beaten, especially for the price bracket. And that's why it's got so many rave reviews. One thing I'd like to see on the next one is a lock-in glove box. That's a kind of staple on a UK pickup. And I think that's your lot. Let's take a look in the back. I almost forgot. No adjustment in the seat belts, but they're at a decent height. And under here, a slidey coin tray and a decent set of storage. It's also ventilated. The side profile is very smart. I mean, just look at that silhouette. It looks like it means business too. The thing is, the way it's spec'd, the way it's built, it's got a really strong platform, which is, I think, torsional steel. Lots of space in the rear arches, meaning, well, you can really get off the beaten track. Nice to see not normal road tyres either. So that means that as standard, it'll do pretty well on a moor or a hillside. And look, we've got discs all around as well. Let's take a look in the back. The door could open a little wider, but it's not too bad. The step will also aid in getting in. Padded area and an electric window and a nice door card. This is a hard plastic, but you kind of expect it, especially in a pickup. So, as always, I can just step right in. Decent legroom, and I can get my boots under the seat. Notice boots, safety boots for that matter. Lovely Blundstones. Grab handle here, grab handle here. Headroom, it's not really built for someone that's 6'3", but if you've noticed, they have recessed the roof. So it could be way worse. If it was here, I'd be stuck. I do have to be a little lower in my seat, but it is doable. One way to rectify it would be to drop this seat ever so slightly, say something like that. Pull down armrest, no cup holders. These are also split folding, so there's tools, inflation kit, etc. behind there. Reduced transmission tunnel, not something you see on a pickup very often. Look, vents and USB-A's and a little storage pot. Mat pockets on the back of the seats, and it does make it feel relatively airy with this light headliner, especially with the privacy glass. I think it's decent light comes in through the rear window. Now, it's not the roomiest thing in the world. 4 people, no problem. 5, it'd be a push. Good to see that we've got a rear light. And I think that's about your lot. Seats are comfortable. Yes, they are quite firm, but no, pretty good for a long haul. But bear in mind, this is a work truck. The seats are firm, but they're very supportive. And bear in mind, the likelihood is no one's ever sat in the back of here. They will soften over time. Finally, you've got isofixes and airbags. Not something I expected to find in a pickup. Good work, GWM. Right, let's go and look at the bed. As you can see, I do need to duck my head a little bit. I have to watch my boots getting out, but apart from that, it's at a decent height for me. GWM on the back, I think that looks magnificent. It reminds me of the old caddies with Volkswagen across the back. So it'll tow 3.5 tonne, and it will carry around a tonne on the bed, but not simultaneously. And just look at the ride height from the rear. If you're looking for your spare wheel, it's housed under there. Yet again, very well equipped. Parking sensors, reversing camera, and as I mentioned, there's a trick in here as well. There's your reversing camera. This does open on the fob push too. Recessed area for your step, and if you've noticed, this is all reinforced. You can pretty much stand anywhere on here. And then, soft opening too. Strong enough to sit on and eat your lunch. Ours is fitted with a roller top cover, and to open, you just, there you go. To close, pull on this. Nice and easy. This is a cool option. The ARB drag mat, reinforced, and I just chuck things like my hedge trimmer, blades, etc, etc. Tethering points, and if you've noticed, you've got like a hammerite finish, so like all weather. The Poer300's party trick, something I've never seen in the pickup before. Press this, and a step. So even in these safety boots, I can stand on it, and then you can just climb in the bed. Shark fin aerial, sport bar, and a high level brake light. Options wise, you can get pretty much anything for a pickup. Varying sport bars, hard top covers, you name it. Decent construction across the board, as well as practicality and versatility. It'll tow for Britain. With that 9-speed box, you'll really notice that it never seems to labour. It always knows which gear to be in. It's good to see that it's not got bulbs. It makes it far safer, especially if you have to pull up and recover something, do some tree surgery on the side of a road, etc. Time to look under the bonnet. To release, just pull the latch here on the right hand side. The top one's the bonnet release and the bottom one's the fuel cap. To release, lift, and if you push the latch left, Struts, China does it again. First thing I've noticed is the air intake is here. So it's a decent wading depth, but it could be higher. Proper 2.4 turbo diesel engine. Can't get better than that. Look at that for a tank battery. Amazing. Very easy to see where you top up fluids and check oil. That's very well laid out. It looks a half decent engine to work on as well. I think it's time to see how the Poer300 drives. Good morning and welcome behind the wheel of the new GWM Poer300. Yeah, it's spelled Poer, but it's actually pronounced Power. I've just realised I'm in sport, so it's going to something that's not holding the gears as viciously, which is normally what I want. Well, that's transformed it, putting it into eco. The thing is, with a 9-speed box, it can pretty much do what it needs to. And the interesting thing with that is, it's no bigger than a 6-speed. So it takes up way less of a footprint. Now you're probably wondering why I'm using a static camera. It's because Annabelle's got labyrinthitis. And that pretty much means that she can't do anything. We just tried to have a little drive in the orchard then. She managed 1 foot, and I mean in distance, and yeah, it started, so that's not going to happen. So I'm having to revert to this system. Sound, I hope it's okay. It's a brand new iPhone 17, so should do the job. The thing I love about pickups is the ride height. I can drive down here and I can see perfectly over the hedges. Also helps that I'm following a transit. It can kind of forge its way for me. Power delivery of this, very cool. So it's a 2.4 turbo diesel 4-cylinder. And efficiency, it's not bad to be honest. I think it's around 32 to the gallon. I think if you drive it a little more economically, you'll probably get more than that. But the thing that really stands out is the low end torque. I think it's 480 Newton meters, and that's from 1500 to 2500. It feels like a normal pickup. I'd also go as far to say that I think it's been tuned for UK roads, because you know exactly where you are at all times with it. It's got that feel that a pickup does with leaf springs, so it's not jittery per se, but you can feel it. I don't know, it gives it an element of, it's not ungainly either. I don't know what you describe it as, to be honest. The thing is, you put a ton of gravel in it, you won't even notice it. The thing is, there's far worse pickups out there. This, you can throw it into bends absolutely no problem, which you don't really expect for a pickup with this ride height. It also gobbles up bumps like there's no tomorrow. Kick down, didn't even need to kick down then because of the torque. It's very nice to drive. It seems to be relatively well insulated as well. There we go, gear drop. 0 to 60, it's not the fastest thing on the planet, but you wouldn't expect it to. The thing about pickups is they just kind of power through the gears for fun, and before you know it, you're at 60 without any problem whatsoever. I'm sorry about the wobble for the camera, but needs must. No, it's well set up. Plus everything's within easy reach. You've got your off-road modes and also your driving modes as well, which is quite handy. Adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation, something called dodge, which is, I presume it takes over if there's any kind of untowardly event happening on the road. It's quite strange doing this. I've not done like a static shot for years. Power folding door mirrors, because let's face it, they are pretty big. The thing is, I don't hear much noise from them. That's up to 60 miles an hour. On the motorway it might get slightly louder, but nothing to really write home about. considering its price, 31 grand, it's remarkably good value. China are really challenging the pickup market. Brakes, excellent. It's not too wide either. It's nice and easy to navigate over these little bridges and things. Make sure nothing's coming hurtling down here. There we go. Low end torque, bit of spin. Look at that. And that's in eco mode. Put it in sport and it really transforms it. So when you're using the driving modes, it'll tweak the steering as well as the acceleration. It's fun to drive. I mean, I love pickups anyway. The one thing I have noticed is the lane keep assist is very accurate. Now you can disable that kind of thing if you go into the settings, but I quite like it. The thing is, it's easy enough to override it. Ooh, pheasant, come on, you go back in. Thank you. Steering's good too. It's got great feel, nice feedback, and it weightens up. Weightens up nicely. It's quite stiff suspension, but you expect that. Yeah, it doesn't compromise the ride. Even over these bobbly bits of road, it seems to be taking it quite well. The thing about pickups nowadays, they're built to the same level as a decently spec car. Decent approach and departure and crossover angles on this. I'll put them on the screen. It's as good on-road as it is off-road. The thing is, I do have a soft spot for pickups. I drive a lot of them. And GWM have definitely done the right thing with this one. The Steed back in 20...
Please repeat it.
Oh look, there's voice control as well. Okay. Hello GWM.
Please continue.
What's my oil level? Turn on the DAB radio.
Radio is already turned on.
Oh, okay. So yeah, voice control works quite well, as long as you give it something it actually knows. GWM, put down my window. That's the other thing I noticed. If you're pulling away and you've got all the windows down, it'll put the window...
Okay, rolling down car window.
Okay, there was a little delay there, but it put my window down. Hello, GWM. Put my window up.
Okay, rolling down car window.
No, not rolling down, up. Put my window up. Roll up
Car
window.
of driver's seat is fully rolled down.
Roll up my window.
Okay.
There we
rolling up
go.
windows.
Right. If you use the right words, you're all good. Also, if you leave the windows down and then lock it, it will automatically put the windows up too.
Okay, rolling down car window.
Okay, yeah, a couple of things to iron out. But overall,
Sorry,
it's excellent.
Now.
Yeah, we're just going to have a discussion for a bit, aren't we? Put it in sport and then kick down. 35, 45, 55, 60. Got road sign recognition in the cluster. You can see the safety. Enabling the cruise control is nice and easy. So you pull towards to set, and then you change the distance, etc., etc. Going up hills, you just look at it, it just powers up for fun. It's the same with off-road, it just doesn't notice things. It just keeps going. It's sport mode, it really transforms it. Great fun. But there you have it. It's a good pickup. It's impressive. It looks the part, and it'll do everything that a UK pickup will do. It's just considerably cheaper. It's even got 5-year warranty. Well, if you need one of these and you want a good strong engine, yeah, I'd take one for a drive.